couple of each of those.
Yeah, let's talk quickly about the rest of the top 8 while these guys finish getting shuffled up. We've got Naya Humans and Esper Control, as is right here in front of us. We've also got a Junk Reanimator list and a Wolf Run Bant. Right, so that's half the top 8. The other half of the top 8 is split between 2 Prime Speaker Bants and 2 Jund lists.
Right.
So
you pretty much have 2 control decks left in the top 8. And then we have a Junk Reanimator deck, which I'd give a kind of combo mid-range deck, and then we have aggro.
Yeah, a bunch of mid-range aggro decks.
Oh yeah, 2 Jund, yeah, 2. So 2 more mid-range decks and then aggro. So a good 3 aggro decks, and then 5 are pretty mid-range to either control here. So Jack Fogle, the last control player standing besides
True Control.
True Control. He's got the Banta mid-range deck, which comes in a close second. But let's see how Esper fares against the fastest of these aggro decks in the top 8.
How do you feel? You feel pretty confident for Jack to be able to deal with this? It's just a matter of not stumbling.
I think if Jack was playing against more of a blitz version, he would have a harder game. But in this scenario, he's playing against a deck that has, like we talked about, a few dead cards in the main, and it's very dangerous for aggro decks to have dead cards against control game 1 because you're banking on that win game 1 before they bring in all the hate.
Right. Yeah, and the Planar Cleansing we mentioned, the Dimir Charm, these are easy outs, I think, when sideboarding.
Yeah, he has Osmodat in the sideboard, which I've seen. I think it needs to be a main deck card, but it's neither here nor there, so we're going to see that come in. Anything that has life gain on it is an easy boarded against these aggro decks.
Alright, so it looks like I see
a verdict.
I see a couple. It looks like Jack's hand seems decent. He's got Augur Bolus, he's got Verdict, he's got, I believe, a Revelation. He's got, I think, 3 lands, and it looks like Adam's kept his too, so he got Cavern on Humans.
I see a Mayor, I think, so I see him having the 1 and then 2, so it's not too bad. I see the Dimir Charm, so if Adam doesn't have 2 humans here, the champion's going to be, or excuse me, if he doesn't have the Mayor or 2 humans, then the Dimir Charm will hit. Otherwise, that champion's going to keep going.
Just to confirm, they can't hear us very well, can they? Are you good? Okay, I saw Shoebox, our director over there, making sure that they can't hear us. So, all right, we've got Mayor.
So we have a 3/3 champion, and that's going to be immune to Dimir Charm. Of course, Jack doesn't mind Dimir Charming the Mayor here. I don't know if does he have another untapped land? I see a couple
he's got
shots.
a Hallowed Fountain. He's got a couple of Hallowed Fountains. He's got a Godless Shrine.
Yeah, so he's going to take 2 here.
I think he has a. Does he have a Drowned Catacomb? I could be wrong.
I can't see it that well.
I thought I saw Drowned Catacomb, but it could have been that Watery Grave.
I think it's the Watery Grave, that he plays. I think he's holding Hallowed Fountain. Oh, no, that second card is a Drowned Catacomb, I think. What's that second land there? No, that's not even a land.
I think that may be Dimir Charm.
Just kidding. Okay, so no, he just has a couple Hallowed Fountains. So Jack kept a 2-lander because he drew a Hallowed Fountain. And these control decks, like if you have a, Devour Flesh, Dimir Charm, keeping a 2-lander is quite reasonable.
Yeah, so here he's going to take 2 to kind of prevent more.
He needs to use. I think he needs to use the Dimir Charm here. He might be attempt to use the Devour, but you want to use Dimir Charm here to get value out of it before he plays things that are much more difficult to kill.
Right.
Yeah, he's going to do that.
He goes ahead and kills the Mayor of Averbrook with the Dimir Charm and passes the turn. So Adam untaps with a 3/3 champion, or 2/2 champion. I'm sorry, shrunk a little bit because of the Mayor.
It looks like Adam has at least 2 land in his hand. He has a Searing Spear, and then we're about to see the other spell in his hand right here. Yeah, I think he's that. I think he's a Resto Angel, land, and then a Searing Spear.
So Avacyn's Pilgrim comes down, levels the Mayor. The Mayor is again a 3/3 attacking here. Jack's going to fall to 12 here. It's at the start of his 3rd turn. Draws Drowned Catacomb off the top.
There's we actually just knew that was coming. So Augur is going to get Searing Spirit here.
And he sees Revelation, land, so he's going to keep Revelation, bottom the 2 lands. Play probably the Godless Shrine here, tapped, or the Hallowed Fountain. Either one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And passes back, as you mentioned, Searing Spear for the Augur, and Adam is clearing the way for all of his humans.
It's true, and I think he's down to Resto Angel land. There might be another, either a Silverblade Paladin he drew, or another Resto. We're about to find out what it is. If it's a Silverblade Paladin, he's going to have to use his... Alright, never mind. He decided to untap, so he can attack with Pilgrim. It's a little close call there. So it was Silverblade.
Good call. I didn't see it. And so Silverblade Paladin comes down for Adam. He soul bonds with the champion, which also levels, and that's a lot of damage.
It's 9 damage.
Yeah.
And Jack does have the Supreme Verdict, so this puts Adam in a good position to draw another burn spell. He has 4 left in his deck. 2 Spear, 2 Boros Charm.
And
But
yeah, here's the Drowned Catacomb into Supreme Verdict.
But he doesn't have, and this is a thing that we've noticed about his deck list, he doesn't have any haste creatures. He's using red with no haste creatures. So he can't just end his
Win
life.
out of nowhere, yeah.
Yeah, he's got Resto Angel, which sort of can, but Jack Fogle's playing a draw-go deck, and he's not probably going to be caught, with his pants down here with no land open.
And speaking of which, there's a Restoration Angel on Jack's side.
Right.
So Godless Shrine comes down tapped, passes back, Restoration Angel from Adam.
He'll get devoured, I think. I don't know. He might wait to do it. He might not.
Looks like he's.
I think you have to do it main phase, because if Adam draws another Resto Angel, he can sneak it in response and sack it, and then Jack would be dead.
Yeah.
So you have to do this now.
I think getting rid of it now is safer.
Yeah. There's no reason to wait. He realizes this. Okay.
Yeah. So Devour Flesh gets rid of the Restoration Angel, puts Adam back up to 20 or 19. Yeah, I thought it was 20.
Toughness.
Yes, it's toughness.
I think Adam drew.
I thought maybe the life was
I
wrong.
think Adam drew a burn spell and kills Jack.
Oh, well.
Okay, so like we said, Adam put himself in the position to have an out of 4-outer, and like many aggro decks do, he just drew it and kills him.
Yeah.
Where if Jack is untapped, he gets 2 Sphinx of Revelation for 3, and then put himself out of any burn spell range, and the game is over the other way.
Yeah, and burn spells, they have haste.
Yeah, they do. Burn spells have haste.
So, like we usually do in the top 8, which some of us may have forgotten about, we are going to give away some Star City Premium.
Right.
Here in the quarterfinals, we'll ask you guys trivia question. You tweet your answer with the hashtag SCG Premium. You want to put that up on screen there, Jesse? So there it is, down in the middle, SCG Premium. So you tweet your answer. Just include that hashtag. You don't even have to tweet it at SCG Live, as long as you include that hashtag, and you are in the running to be one of the winners. We'll ask you a question. The winner, randomly chosen, will win 3 months of SCG Premium. Coming up in the semifinals, 6 months is the prize, and in the finals, we give away an entire year of premium. No Gen Con badges left, is that?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, maybe coming up. That's So, all premium this morning, and of course we'll do the same thing again in the top 8 tonight of the Legacy Open, which we have a whole other tournament to run. So, got any question? Can you think of any trivia questions? You got something?
Yeah, I got
All right,
one.
I'll let you go.
I got one.
Okay.
Well, let's give an easy one for the beginning.
Sure,
Okay.
sure, why not?
What Star City Games writer has top-aided 3 out of 3 invitationals in the previous year?
That's a good question.
Only one comes to mind. It's only been done once, so I wonder who could have done that.
Is he's a Star City Games writer?
He writes for Star City.
He writes for Star City. You're don't want to hint whether it's select or premium.
Right. No, that's too. We don't want to give that much information.
Right.
Maybe we could talk about. The only hint I possibly could give is that he's foreign. He has a foreign name. Could be Andre.
Well, that makes it really.
Eldrazi is his name, or
Eldrazi
or Serini. I don't know. Some foreign name. And see if you can guess it.
You could look it up. Might
Right,
be on
you
Wikipedia.
could look it up. What decks did he play? It's kind of like the same deck every time. Got a little old after a while.
Maybe that's why he didn't win.
Yeah, that's why I kept losing the top 8. What a loser.
Yeah.
I'm sure he feels real sad about it. All right, so the question again is, what Star City Games writer has top-aided 3 out of 3 invitationals last year, battling with the same deck repeatedly?
You don't even have to say that. Just the
name.
Just whoever.
Who's the guy?
Who's the guy? Yeah, you don't need to include the deck part in the question if you can't fit it, because we have to tweet the question too, so you guys can read it at home.
Gotcha.
So, all right,
We'll come back with that, I guess.
Yeah,
hopefully someone out there can figure it out. So.
Sure. So we have these guys going to sideboards. We have an update from one of the other matches. Steven Schaefer versus John Meitinger. Meitinger has won game 1. My Tinger, what is he on? He is,
My Tinger is
one of the other
playing
Bant lists.
Prime Speaker Bant.
Yep, that's what I thought.
So he's up a game against Stevens.
I think Steven on Joan. Oh, Steven. Oh, here it is. Steven. Oh, Steven's on Junk.
Junk. Not to say he's playing junk, but
I see that. Yeah, this is our backup game here.
Right. This is what we'll go to once this Esper deck has concluded. So we're looking at the sideboard here, and you see Jack Fogle again is going to have the opportunity to bring in 3 Tragic Slip. That's a lot of slipping. He's going to have Osmodat, and I don't understand. Again, this is something where I'm going to ask Jack afterward. I want to know what he brings Osmodat in, because I would honestly bring it against everything. It's a way to seal the game. It's lifelink every turn. And against these aggro decks, you can play it Siphon 2, have it out, and block and kill creatures. And sometimes that is just, enough to put them away. So Adam's going to obviously bring in Zealous Conscripts. If he feels like Jack... Well, actually, no, I don't think he's going to bring Zealous Conscripts. If he was playing my version, he'd bring that in. Absolutely. Against the Esper controller, there's nothing really to steal.
Yeah, we can steal an Augur Bolus.
Augur Bolus or a Resto Angel, so he's not going to bring that in. He's going to bring Garruk Relentless, Boros Charm, definitely, and Oblivion Ring, I believe, maybe one of. He wants to have an answer just in case Jack has a Resto Angel out, because not many cards Adam can cast can kill Restoration Angel, an opposing Restoration Angel. If you look at his deck list, he has a Selesnya Charm to pump past it. He's got multiple uses of burn spells, or maybe a Boros Charm with double strike. So he's going to need to have the help of Planeswalkers, the 1 Oblivion Ring, and the Boros Charm to prevent a Supreme Verdict. Alright, so I think they're keeping, I think Adam's,
they're
Adam's
definitely
looking.
thinking. Yeah.
Jack is thinking.
Adam with his hand there, and I thought Adam may be mulliganing.
Okay.
His hand just rested.
Right,
in
yeah,
his
once he saw the hand shift there, I realized that he could have poker faced me. He looked at his hand, put it down. I thought he was pretty happy with it. But Jack Fogle's keeping.
Yeah, it looks like he's got at least a couple of lands. I didn't get a good look.
And Jack, I've been in his shoes so many times. It's frustrating to get the control of the game, to know that when you untap, you can gain the life to put yourself past any spell that Adam could possibly draw, and they have that one window and kill you. It gives it it's a new kind of hurt, if you will, because your Esper is kind of like a puzzle you're putting together, and he's about to put the last piece there, and then boom.
Dead. Yeah, Adam flips the table.
Right. Yep. And that's what happened. Picture that in your head, there, everybody.
You mentioned Obsidian, and we haven't seen that at all on camera all weekend. I believe, was it Bernie Wen had it in the list, but we did never see it in play.
Right.
So tell me about your experience with Obsidian, because obviously you're a pretty big fan.
Right. He is the best creature win condition for since Consecrated Sphinx for control decks. He's nearly impossible to kill. The Jund decks have a murder. A lot of decks have. This guy has a Selesnya Charm. That's Adam here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just tough to kill. And even against the control decks, they have no answer to that card. And pretty much, if you want to play against Azorius Charm, a lot of times they'll let out and blink him to death. Just 4 or 5 turns in a row after hitting him with Lingering Souls. It gives you the reach you need. It gives you a board opportunity where you can Lingering Souls, have Osmodat in play. Then they have to Wrath to survive, but then they die to Osmodat coming back into play. It's quite a dynamic with having the haste creature in a control deck. It's not something you're used to.
Right.
But the life gain is what is really powerful about him. And I play Rock's Faithmender in the sideboard, and if you ever get that old engine going, you're siphoning 2, gaining 4, and it just gets out of control after a while. And he's a 5/5. He blocks any aggro creature and kills him.
Yeah, he attacks it quite a bit too.
He does, yeah. Against a lot of times I've outraced mono red before.
What does that hand look like?
I see no land or 1 land.
Spear.
I think he has 1 land, maybe. No, I don't think he has any.
Yeah,
I think he's just no, he has none. Yeah, he has Silverblade, Mare, Resto, Searing Spear, and then Boros Charm. What? Maybe we're missing a land.
Yeah,
he kept the no lander.
Wow.
Even on a mold of 5, you have to go to 4 here. And I know it sounds awful, but Adam's deck has the ability to go to 4.
Well, he found a land.
Right.
So
He's
Jack
gonna need a
has,
lot more of those. That's a Garrick actually too. His hand is super pricey without any one drops. So Adam, I think is
Yeah, that was an interesting keep. So Augur Polis from Jack, and it's gonna eat a Searing Spear as soon as Adam finds another land.
right. Yeah, and I think Adam realizes that he's up a game. We talked about this earlier, and being up a game, he's just like, I'll give him game 3. I'm gonna lose this game.
Alright, so Augur found a few spells for Jack to choose from.
Yeah, he sees Planar Cleansing, which I would have boarded out if I was Jack.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that it's
at least
still
one.
in.
If he has
maybe
one in
he
there,
just kept one. Yeah.
right, and that's fine. Maybe he doesn't have enough cards to board in. Like we said, the Osvida he brings in the slip, so that's 4.
I think
and that's it. So then he has, I would board out the 2 Planar Cleansing, that's 2. The Jace Memory Depth, that's 3. And the Dissipate, that's 4. Yeah, I might keep one Planar Charm. Yeah, Demir. Or actually, I'd keep that in just because at least it kills something.
Sure,
one deck.
yeah, I guess it does.
His sideboard is just not equipped for this deck. He's relying on the main deck here.
Didn't see what he kept, but in his hand I see triple. Does that look like triple Tragic
Slip?
Slip?
Yeah, he took another Tragic Slip.
Okay, so Searing Spear goes to the graveyard. Adam has to discard.
Yeah, this is just this is going to take a while, and Adam is going to fall way too behind here to mount the comeback. I think Jack, every card in his hand kills something. Because what's going to happen here, he has the Resto Angel, so this is going to be enough to...
Well, he found a Cavern of Souls.
He did, and then there's a Piddly... Is that Pilgrim?
That's a Pilgrim.
I don't know why he kept that in.
And a Restoration Angel comes down at the end of turn, so Jack can blink the Augur, get a Think Twice there.
You know what I've noticed, too, and this comes with a lot of players, if you're not prepared for a tournament, a deck like Naya Humans or Naya Blitz is a great deck to pick up, and that's for anyone at home if you don't have time to play test, because these decks, you can just obliterate opponents. And as you see the Pilgrim out, Adam might not even sideboarded that much. He just felt like his deck's good enough as is.
Yeah. Restoration Angel swings in for 3, and Adam has another turn, untaps, and no play. End of turn, Think Twice from Jack Fogle, and he's going to flash back with Think Twice. That's Augur Polis and Sphinx's Revelation.
The Pilgrim is so bad in this matchup that Jack doesn't even kill it. He has 100 Tragic Slips in his hand. It just...
Revelation off the top.
Yes. Yeah. So what's going to happen is this is just going to take a long time.
He's just going to main phase Revelation.
Right, there we go. I'm glad Adam conceded there because, again, a lot of players don't realize it's over when it's over.
Yeah, that was rough for Adam, and I thought it was kind of, I mean, as over as it was, I still don't think I would have main phased Revelation there. I think I still would have at least waited until Adam's turn because,
right.
You can at least deal with something that he plays if you feel like it, or you don't have to discard because drawing, you're gonna sit there and draw 3 cards during your turn, and you're gonna have to discard 2 or 3.
Right.
Why not just do it on Adam's turn and you have a little more?
I think he did it. Maybe they had a discussion where Adam said, "If you have a Revelation, I'll concede."
And he's like, "I'll show you." Revelation.
I hope he boards out that Pilgrim, but I don't think he is, and that's a key mistake because the card is
Well, what do you feel like he? Maybe do you feel like he doesn't have enough to board in? Maybe it's just another guy. It's another guy that
I think
does
he
damage.
definitely has enough to board in. 'Cause there's 3 Reckoner he can board in, the 2 Oblivion Rings he can board in, the Boros Charm, and the Garrick Relentless, which we saw him board in.
Mm-hmm.
All those cards are better. That's a lot of cards.
It's 8 cards.
Yeah, so I think the Pilgrim's a mistake, but maybe he has a lot of success with that card, and he's won all day with it. Now, regardless of matchup, he's going to leave it in.
From one of the other tables, we have Brian Reeves on Jund versus Michael Burnett playing Wolf Run Bant. Brian is up a game with Jund deck, so I'll mark it over here.
I was talking to Joe yesterday, and you guys heard that we agree that Jund is probably the most powerful deck when it comes to just examining the spells. It has every spell in Magic that's not blue that is a backbreaker to pretty much every deck in the format, with cards like Rakdos Return that, even though it's not the greatest against aggro decks, it's still a timely one with a Farseeker and an Arbor Elf can decimate a hand, can just take apart a hand. It has the best Planeswalkers in the other colors in Liliana and Garrick, Primal Hunter. It's got the creatures that make control decks want to splash green. It has Huntmaster, Thragtusk, the best creatures, and Olivia Volderen. So it's a deck that I would even be comfortable playing because of how control it can be,
Mm-hmm.
and then how powerful the creatures are in that deck. So if you if you asked me, I would have my bet on Jund for the tournament, and not only because the Jund players that are playing are quite competent, but also because of just the way we've seen it play out. It's very
Yeah.
powerful.
I agree. I was actually thinking about this morning. I think Jund is just the best deck in the room on raw power. The biggest thing you need to worry about with Jund is making sure you can cast your spells. Like,
Right.
that's really what it comes down to. The problems we've seen from Jund is some sort of mana screw. Or just
Liliana's been
color
a tough
screw,
one to cast.
Things like that. Yeah, you have a situation where you've got the spells, you've got the powerful cards, and the other thing, you're basically powerful cards and removal.
Right.
And removal seems pretty good in a format where it's just so many creatures.
Oh, yeah.
So the removal is never really dead. So you're always at least playing defense, and then otherwise you're just playing powerful spells. So
If you saw the mana base, it's 24 non-basics. So
Mhm.
it's an and-off forest. So
yeah, a
lot
single
of,
forest, just ghost quarterproof.
right, and maybe if I were to play Jund, I might cut. I know Wolf Run is just a great card in the deck, but I would maybe go to one Wolf Run. I'm a fan of before, especially, and this is before the new set came out with Esper. You could not play 3 Nephalia Drownyard if you want to play that because of the strain on the mana base.
Mhm.
When you go way back when, that's why in the original ones I didn't play it. So before you put these non-basics, jam them in there, and off forest, you got to make sure that you have the 15 of each color where you can go double black, triple green, and then red for Olivia.
So here we go. Game 3. Looks like it's about to be underway. From another table, we have Christopher O'Brien up a game versus Susan Zell. Christopher is on Prime Speaker Bant, and Susan is on Jund. So
yeah, we saw Susan yesterday go undefeated at 9-0 and then be able to draw in. Playing Jund, and she stole a vampire on camera that Joey and I kind of missed.
yeah, it was
without having to ping there, the old Nighthawk, so it's kind of cool.
can actually just steal vampires without having to ping them. It was just something that never really occurred to me.
Go figure, right?
So Adam leads on Champion of the Parish and
this
has a
start
Thalia
is
turn 2.
an absurd start against Jack. We didn't see Thalia yet, and Thalia is the control killer. So even though Jack has money cards in his hand, he's going to be behind a lot. And if Adam has a land and a Searing Spear here, it's going to be real tough for him to come back from this.
Jack did keep those planar cleansings, and he gets one off of that auger.
That card will
bolus.
never be cast, so we'll see how it goes.
If it's that late in the game, you're already in good shape,
Yeah,
presumably.
He has Stomping Ground here. Nope, he doesn't have Searing Spear, so he's going to have to send in just the... he must have a Silesian Charm. He can't cast Silesian Charm. Oh my lord.
Yeah, Thalia keeps him from casting Silesian Charm.
Oh, he must have a second Thalia. Then what? He's going to play a second main phase here, I'm assuming?
I suppose so.
Yeah, all right, there we
Auger
go. That makes
blocks
sense.
the first Thalia, second Thalia comes down.
He forgot the counter on Champion of the Parish.
Yeah, Jack drew his card.
Come on, Adam. We got to play slow now. He's 21 minutes on game 3. We need to...
Thalia go, and I think that was the problem there. So, all right, and the second Auger finds Sphinx's Revelation.
Yeah, I think
Sphinx's Revelation, Azorius Charm, and Devour Flesh.
Yeah,
so
I think we take definitely the Devour Flesh here.
Yeah, I agree. Take the chief spells for now.
Right.
Like you said yesterday, what converted mana cost do you put on Sphinx's Revelation?
Right. Yeah, 6 at least.
Yeah, I mean
to be efficient. Otherwise, you're playing a fancy
really expensive divination.
Yeah, or divination. Excuse me, not concentrate.
Well, he takes the Revelation.
He must have enough. He must have a handful of removal that we just can't see. I see Azorius Charm. That's all I see.
Yeah, that's all I see too. I would have taken the Devour Flesh or at least the Azorius Charm.
I think Jack's confident behind his 2 Augers here. We'll see. Missing that counter on the champion is just going to really hurt here. Because now
Mayor comes down. Champion levels.
Does that? So he plays the Mayor here. I could have sworn I saw in his hand a Silverblade Paladin, which I would have played too.
He doesn't have white mana. He doesn't have the second white.
Okay.
For the Silverblade Paladin.
Makes sense. What's that land over there? Wolfrun?
I think it's Wolfrun.
Yeah, he has Wolfrun here.
Wolfrun and Moorland Haunt look very similar,
yeah.
except for the fact that Moorland Haunt is not in Adam's deck.
Right.
Yes, we're sure it's Wolfrun.
Yeah,
I was just saying that it looks a lot like Moreland Hall.
Right. If he had Moreland Hall, that would be an interesting choice.
Yes, it would.
Very-
Siding in islands. now.
Very interesting choice. So he drew Devour Flesh, so maybe, like I said, he just knows what's
soul read on the
he has a
top of
soul
his
read. He
deck.
knows what's coming up. So he put a bunch of non-land on the bottom and has drawn few land here. I think he's got 2 land left in his hand. Oh no, he has 3 as Drown Yard, so he's okay on mana. Jack is definitely in the driver's seat. Because Thalia is going to make things a little annoying here. However, he has the ability to put Thalia on top of his library, and
It's
then if he has a verdict, he can then clear the board. I don't know if he has a verdict. I see a blue-white. I see a Revelation.
Yeah,
He's going to do a main phase.
Yeah, so he goes main phase Devour Flesh here.
The Mayor flipping is not the biggest deal here because it shrinks all the humans, so then Augur can then block Thalia. He can't attack with Thalia. It actually doesn't really save any damage.
So Mayor is devoured there. The play you mentioned, using Azorius Drum to put Thalia on top, just if Adam, it only works if Adam doesn't, if Adam casts something pre-combat with his white mana, because he can just replay the Thalia.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's on top. Never mind.
It's on
What
top.
am I thinking?
It's okay. Still a little early. We've been
Yeah.
for those listening. We've been here actually all day. We were cleaning up the hall. We do janitorial work too.
Okay, so here comes Big Wolf Run Pump, and Augur Bolus bites the dust.
Right. I
So-
think this planar cleansing might happen here eventually. But
Eventually.
it's because Adam. I mean, I wonder what's in his hand because there are some non-combos in his deck. Thalia and Garruk Relentless is not a combo. It might be tough for him to cast. He has Resto Angel. He has a Silverblade Paladin. I think he has Resto Angel, Searing Blaze, Searing Spear, red burn card, 3 damage thing.
Yeah. Searing Pain. Searing Flesh.
Sear you. Searing Stake. Yeah. Take that. Alright, let's see. He's thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, you obviously attack here. He's going to get Azorius Charmed here.
Yeah,
Which is
1,
going to
2,
be
3.
devastating. Oh,
Azorius
Thalia.
Charm on the Thalia.
So I guess he's going to finally cast the planar cleansing he's been dreaming of.
To take out the champion.
He's going to...
So if he had taken this Devour Flesh, he could have Devoured Flesh here
Right
instead
here,
of the,
yeah.
'cause
Definitely.
he would have had double Devour Flesh. Yeah, I don't like that grab of the Sphinx's Revelation. There's 4 in your library. You don't need it this early.
Right. He's going to, like I said, Jack, at this point, when you're ahead in the game, a lot of people play a little differently, and anything he does will result in a usual victory here. Jack is at 7, though, so Adam has Searing Spear.
Yeah,
Which,
virtual 4.
If I calculate, I crunch the numbers here, and if he does that, he can draw a, oh, here's Resto.
Yeah, that.
I don't suggest Adam blink his champion. It doesn't seem like a good play. So
I agree.
hopefully he doesn't do that.
On the back table, John Meitinger with Prime Speaker Bant wins over Steven Schaefer's Junk Reanimator. 2-0.
So he's thinking he might be responding to Resto. I think he's acting here. I don't think Jack has a counter spell.
No, I don't think so either.
I think
I
he's
think
just
he was.
he's really thinking about here's where the issue lies. If Jack did take the Devour Flesh like we talked about, and like you said, the champion would be dead, and then Jack could easily handle the solo Resto Angel. But now, I don't think he has 2 instances here to deal with these cards. He's going to take more damage, and if he takes too much,
Thalia's
that's
gonna
it.
come down here. If oh yeah, look at Jack's checking his mana here. I don't want to use my red mana.
Right.
I want to. Yeah, he's
Definitely.
See,
Yeah,
look, he can't Thalia then Searing Spear. He has to spear before Thalia if he wants to spear.
yeah. I think
unless he has a
I
land drop.
think you spear here first.
No, he goes Thalia first. So Thalia on the stack. We're gonna Sphinx's Revelation for 3. Jack goes up to 10.
If he would have speared him, I think he would have been dead. Yeah, he would have taken 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dead.
Yeah, if he would have went spear first, then Thalia.
Right.
But Adam.
Now he's going to try to spear him, and he's going to be
You
informed
can't Thalia.
that he can't do that.
We saw it. Jack saw it. Adam did not see it.
That's okay, Adam.
It's an easy miss. Thalia.
People do not.
See, I think they should ban Thalia.
They're not punished. Yeah, I think so. Okay, get rid of ban Thalia and Ratchet's Return. I think people don't realize that these cards hurt them as well. All right, well, Jack is dead anyway. Let me explain. He has Planar Cleansing, and he can kill all these creatures. However, he's dead to the spirit. He knows it's coming. He has Revelation to gain life, but that's not going to do anything either because
It's not enough.
it's not enough. So
Did he not? He didn't draw a verdict.
no, he has a fistful of land. That is land, Revelation, random blue card. I can't see that well. Planar Cleansing. And unless we're missing a card that he has,
It does look like a lot of lands in his hand.
I don't see. I don't know what he can do here.
I don't know either. It's tough. And again, yeah, there it is. There's the hand. Adam Liu wins with Searing Spear that we never see, except for when he couldn't cast it.
So Jack concedes, even though
Well, he knows.
even
as,
though
as we know.
even though he's